going on, people? Down here at this Walmart. Walmart stay busy, man. All these dudes is waiting for somebody to pull off so they could get a door. I looked up. I came in right when somebody was pulling out. I'm gonna show y'all how busy all these dudes parking, waiting. I think some of these dudes ain't really waiting. I think some of these dudes I just walked by is just sitting here taking a break. Which Walmart usually doesn't allow. All the trucks waiting. And you got all these guys bobtail down here, like myself. You drop the trailer on the door. And now you gotta wait for the call. Walmart gets that guap. They get the guap, boy. What it is, people? What's going on YouTube? JMV checking back in with y'all. Still down here in Monroe, Georgia. Got unloaded at this Walmart earlier. As y'all can see, I was walking around showing y'all how busy it is out here in Walmarts in general. But I'm still down here, man. This Walmart, it's pretty cool. They have a truck parking lot adjacent to the warehouse, which is rare. I don't think I've really been to another Walmart distribution center that has truck parking. Most of the time they get you unloaded and you need to get up off their property. We don't care if you got no hours to drive or whatever. You got to roll. But this one, they got a parking lot right here. So it took them about 4 hours to unload me, 4 or 5 hours to unload me. And by that point, I was completely out of hours. I was in the middle of a 10-hour break. So I just rolled on over here and finished up my break. It's a Waffle House right across the street. Little mom and pop truck stop as well. And I went over there and ate breakfast. And while I was eating breakfast at the Waffle House, I went on YouTube and I found something to watch. And I saw my dude Guilty718. Shout out to my dude Guilty718. Hey, my guy, got the shirt on. It's only right that I wear the shirt in this video since I'm getting ready to address something he spoke on in the video, in which he mentioned the shot and gave me a quick shout out. The video was titled I can't afford to drive OTR. Can I afford to drive OTR? Something like that. I don't want to butcher the title, but it was something along those lines. And so I'm watching the video, and as usual, with anything he does and puts out, nothing but facts, nothing but truth, raw, uncut, unedited truth, and ain't really nothing to argue about or debate about. My man, as usual, hit the nail on the head. But I think the gist of the video was like a lot of drivers are out here struggling, you know, and a lot of drivers, especially the guys on YouTube, they want to sit here and glorify and make it seem as though everybody's out here eating, and that's not true. It's really not. It's a lot of guys out here struggling, man. It's a lot of people out here barely making ends meet, and they're on the road 4 to 8 weeks plus at a time, and they're still struggling to survive. That is really disrespectful for what we do out here. You know, the sacrifices that are made by truck drivers to get paid what some of these drivers are getting paid, in particular company drivers with mega carriers. It's really disrespectful, man. You know, let's say on average gross, a company driver takes home $1,000, just round numbers. I mean, most company drivers average taking home between $600 and $900 a week, which is basically exactly what I was averaging bringing home locally, driving with the soda company I was with, Canada Dry, delivering soda. Home every night, working 8 to 12 hours a day, off on the weekends. Well, actually not even 8, because some days I get my route done so fast. I've been done in 5 or 6 hours. It was guaranteed to 40 there. So if I work 37 hours in a week, 36 hours a week, I still got paid for 40 hours. But working anywhere from, we'll just say 6 hours to 10, 11 hours in a day. Home every night, off on the weekends. Bringing home $600 to $1,000 after taxes. That's what I was doing. So you got guys out here on the road, gone for weeks at a time, and they're making the same money I was making locally. That's really disrespectful, man. And it's stupid to do, in my opinion. But everybody's situation is different. So real quick, do some math. Let's say that a man or woman, grosses $1,000 at one of these mega carriers as a company driver. Taking into consideration the fact they work 7 days a week, right? Work 7 days a week. You get 70 hours to work in a week. Or over, was it 8 day period? So let's just do some math to see what they're getting paid an hour. If they gross $1,000, and let's say over that 7 day period they drove for a total of 60 hours. That equals $16.50 an hour. That's what some of these company drivers is making out here when you break the numbers down to a hourly basis. Now tell me that's not disrespectful. Truck drivers are underappreciated and underpaid. OTR truck drivers in particular. Underpaid, underappreciated, man. It's a shame. And then you got people out here who are glorified and make it seem as though they're making all this money, and they want to put these paycheck videos out, and they want to discuss, oh, I made X amount this week, it's money out here. And it is. That's not a lie. It's money out here to be made. But it's about how you go about making that money. You're not breaking the bank working for CR England as a company driver. You're not breaking the bank. We know what the numbers are. We know what you're getting paid a mile. It's in your own e-laws. It's not possible for you to be out here balling out of control. But everybody's situation at home is different. If you don't got no bills at home, you don't have a rent. If you live in your truck, you don't have a car, you don't have rent, you don't got a family, well then yeah, $800 a week is, that's gonna be, I guess, balling for you. I guess, I don't know. But for the average person who has a family to take care of, a home to take care of, you're not balling out of control at all. Matter of fact, you're barely keeping your head above water. To be honest, you might just have your nostrils out of the water. Your head is underneath the water right now because you're not really making that type of money. But like I said, he mentioned me in this video. He shot me out real quick because he shot out one of my videos where I spoke about a week where I had made $3.80, and the actual video that he mentioned, or he was speaking of, the video was actually about the check after that $3 week where I made $4,600. But me being me, I always keep it 100. I want to mention the negatives. I don't want to just sit here and glorify the positives. So I've done that since I've started my channel. I've been in the negative or in the whole 3 weeks since I've been out here. I mentioned that every time. The 3 times I went in the hole or the 3 times I was negative, I mentioned that in the video. If I didn't make a video about it, I definitely spoke about it. Every week I'm not making $2,000, $4,000. I speak about the fact, like, my check this week is going to be $720. You know what I mean? But like I've said, it fluctuates. It goes up and down. You'll have a week where you make really good money. You have a week where you have average. You have an average check. You have a week where you don't make really no money, and you'll have weeks where you're negative. But in my case, the negative weeks really were a result of being home, coming off home time, and having a short week, 2 days, 3 days to run before payroll. That's usually when I was in the negative. As far as the $3.80 video, that was because I had some things I had to get taken care of with my truck. I had to get fixed, so I had to pay for the labor. I didn't have to pay for the parts, but I had to pay for the labor. And more importantly, I lost revenue, downtime. I was down for 2 days. So it was lost revenue. That's why that week was the way it was, just to put it in context. But like he said, too many people don't even want to mention it. They just want to talk about they made $2,000 this week, they made $800 this week, but there's a 4 week span where they made less than $700, and in that 4 week span they might have made $300, but they don't talk about that. You know what I mean? People just want to glorify it and just say, oh, I'm making all this money, I'm making all this money. Look, man, you gotta keep it real. You know, because people get out here and then wonder what they're doing wrong. Like, oh, so and so said, you know, he's making. I'm at the same company. I'm in the same position he or she is in, and they said they're making all this money, and I'm not. You know, what am I doing wrong? You're not doing anything wrong. They're just hyping up the really good week they had, and they're completely ignoring the negative week they had. So, like my guy said, man, it's not all sugar, spices, and rainbows, to reference the Powder Puff Girls out here. The struggle is real. He mentioned in the video some people trying to sell him a CB or sell him stuff because they, you know, they don't got enough money to get something to eat. They don't got any shower credits. They don't got enough money to buy a shower credit or buy a shower. It's a shame. It's ridiculous. And he said that, you know, it's embarrassing. And if you don't feel like it's embarrassing, you should. You out here busting your ass. You driving all across the country, and you don't got enough money to get in to eat. You don't have any shower credits. You can't afford to pay for a shower. Like that's embarrassing. But to give my take on that, or my experience on that, I had a guy actually walk up on me, owner operator. Truck broke down. He was in the shop. I think I was at a TA in Illinois, somewhere in Illinois. He walked up on me and was like, man, he gave me a spill his story. You know, my truck broke down and I don't have enough to pay for the repair. You know, the repair came up to $400. I only have $300 on me, man. I'm $100 short. Can you help me out? And I'm like, really? You know, I'm looking like, really, bro? And he's like, yeah. He said, man, look, I'll give you my wedding ring. Whatever you can afford to give me, man, I'll give you my wedding ring. He took his wedding ring off and was ready to give it to me. And I looked at him like, dude, are you serious right now? I said, man, keep your wedding ring. I gave the dude $20. I said, man, keep your wedding ring, bro. Don't ever disrespect your wife like that again. You're doing something wrong. There is no way you should be out here as an owner operator. You can't afford to pay for a $400, $500 repair. What are you doing? You don't have any business credit cards. You don't got no line of credit. You don't have any personal credit cards. And more importantly than those things, what are you doing with your money? How much money are you making, and what are you doing with it? Because the repair he had to get done was not that expensive. So it's cats out here struggling, man, on the company side and on the owner operator side, because they're not prepared for what they're doing. They don't understand the complexities that comes with it, man. It's not just get money and spend how you want to spend it, man. You got to be responsible. You got to handle your business. Literally, it's a business. You got to handle that. So to conclude, man, because I ain't trying to babble on and on, but it's not really a response. It's kind of my piggybacking off of my dude G7, what he was speaking about in that video. The struggle is real out here, man. Everybody is not eating like they say they eat. Most people aren't. And you know, just you got to find the people that keep it real. Like I said, I started my channel. I'm not trying to be some YouTube celebrity, some superstar, man. I literally started my channel just to share my experiences. That's the whole purpose of why I make videos. I try to be informal. I try to give advice based on my experiences, what's worked for me, what I've succeeded at, what I failed at. But that's the whole purpose of my YouTube channel, why I make videos, is really just to, you know, give insight and perspective to people who may be looking for it. Like, before I came on the road and I was local, I looked at certain YouTubers to get an idea of what to expect when I came out here. So it's kind of my way of paying it forward or paying it back, however you want to use, however you want to classify it. That's what the point of my video. That's why I keep it 100, man. If I had a shitty week, I'm going to say, look, man, I only made $3 this week. Or I'm in the whole $50. I'm in the whole $500 this week. If I had a good week, I'm going to say, look, I made $4,600 this week. You know, I made $5,000 this week. I made $2,000 this week. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you the whole spectrum. I'm not just going to sit here and highlight the good, and then that negative week coming, I'm like, oh, let me lose my phone and break the camera so I can't talk about this. But anyways, I done babbled on long enough. Once again, quick shout out to my dude Guilty, man. Had to go buy the shirt, and you know, just good dude, man. Good dude, entertaining guy. Like I said, always got something good to talk about, man. His videos are always entertaining and informative. So salute to you, my dude. And I'm about to get ready to climb back here, play my Xbox for a bit, let this traffic die down out here in Atlanta. I gotta go pick up this, got a load to pick up in Atlanta. I got until midnight to pick it up, so I'm gonna wait until about 10 o'clock. I'm not trying to deal with this traffic out here. So I'm gonna climb back here, play the Xbox for a bit, get ready to go get to this money, pick this bag up, and keep the wheels rolling. So, as always, man, appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Till next time.
You'll understand where I'm coming from.